Welcome to Gigantica, guys, fishing sim world. If you're after monster carp, get yourself on this lake. Now what you're going to see in this video is just the highlights of approximately what was an hour to an hour and a half session. It may have been 2 hours long, but what I'm actually doing here is setting up a silt rig. Because I've been fishing approximately, I'm on Coast Point by the way, Coast Point peg. And I've been fishing approximately 70 to 80 yards out. I've been catching loads of fish, but up to this point, no trophies. I'd had some whoppers, but no trophies. So I'm setting up a silt rig, and I'm going to try one of these high-vis pop-ups. Not really experimented with them. Don't know if it's going to make any difference. I've also dropped down to 20-pound line. So just to the left here, I noticed a silt area. It's a little bit hard to get on from this peg. See, weed. So I'm going to reel it back and there should be some silt somewhere. There we go, bang on, spot on. That's where I'm going to try. Because I had noticed the majority of this lake seems to be a weed bottom. Not 100% sure on that because I've not fished every peg and I've not thoroughly explored the lake. So, that was my idea. Straight away, boom, we're in. Now instantly the line started going out, so I'm thinking this is going to be a good fish, because you can only tell when you got a good fish because it starts drawing line out. So if you look down 60 yards, 61, 62, 63 yards, it's pulling, it's a puller. So I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a good fish. Now is it going to be a trophy fish? At this point I don't know. I didn't know. So it's still pulling, it's still taking a little bit of line, it's still tugging. I'm thinking, this is a good and wobbles. So I went in this session for the dark night, which is obvious, but I went for a rainy night. So we got, I think in the setup it's described as heavy rain. I'm not too sure, but it's raining anyway. And it's a dark night, and I thought I'm going to come out here and try my luck at trying to get some of these trophy fish. I was trophy hunting. Now like I mentioned previously, I have been fishing approximately 60 to 80 yards out from this peg, straight in front of me. Had loads of good fish. And I came across this silty area. At this point, I get my first glimpse of the fish, and I'm thinking, Fuji's. I'm thinking I've got Fuji's again here. Because to me, it looks a bit like Fuji's there. And I'm thinking, wow, I've got Fuji's again. I've got the biggest carp on the lake. Which, there's 80 odd pounds into it in weight. I'm not too sure if it's 86 pounds Fuji's. I will have to check on that, or you will know anyway if you fish this lake. But I'm thinking, I've got Fuji's here. I've got Fuji's. Once again. But yes, I've been fishing straight in front of me. From 60 to 80 yards and baiting up. I've had loads of fish. 50 pounders, but no trophies yet. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, this has got to be a trophy fish, and it looks like Fuji's, which I have caught before. It's not the first time I've actually caught Fuji's. Or Fuji. Can't remember now. It's the big one. It's 80 odd pounds, 86 pounds I think, something like that approximately. And I'm thinking, I've got it again here. I've got it again. So this was number 1 rod, and it was cast slightly to the left out on the silt, and it's probably virtually opposite a peg called the Stink maybe. It's around that area, but we're fishing from Coast Point. And I've been catching a lot of fish straight in front of me, but I decided to chuck a rod out just to the left. And bang, straight away we were in. What a stonker this looks, chaps. What a stonker. I was carp fishing out here, I'd be happy with this fish, I really would. Taking me time because contrary to what you do see on the Steam forums, the line will snap. I don't want to snap my line. Loads of clickbait videos going up with big titles, you know, does line really matter and all this lot. Well, you know, I think it does matter because the line does snap. Don't know if these videos, I just put up my trophy catches and maybe you get, you know, you get some hints and tips from the videos, etc. and it'll help you chaps. I just like sharing my catches and what I do on these, in these fishing games. He doesn't want to come in. We're going to try and tire this fish out. I'm not doing like what... Oh, there you go. He's keeled over. I was just going to say I'm not doing like what some people say you can do and just reel them straight in because the line will snap. But look at that. What a stonker. Let's take a picture. And I've clicked the wrong button. I've actually taken the picture on my G-Force. But it doesn't matter. And it's it's actually Galaxy. 71 pounds. 15 ounces coming in there. Caught on a high-vis pop-up Galaxy. 71 pounder. What a stonker of a fish. So I gave him a big kiss and I chucked him back in. So shortly after that one, guys, I've been baiting up. I got my rods out 2 and 3. I got approximately 70 to 80 yards out straight in front of me. And like I said previously, I've been catching a lot of fish from this area. And I'm thinking, we're in another good one here, Wobbles. We're in another good one. We're having a good run tonight on this session. And this was running out. It was running out line, 102 yards. I think I hit it round about 70 yards. So, you know, it's pulling 107 yards, 108 yards of line gone out now. And I think originally where I hit it was approximately 70 yards out. 117, 118, 119 yards. It's pulling line out. It's running. It's a runner. 120. There we go. It's tiring out a little bit now. Now we can start to bring it in and see what we've got. No, I don't think I've got rod 2 out at this point. It doesn't look like it. I think I've previously just caught a fish on rod 2 and it was a 50 pounder. And I was just about to cast it out when this one went off. I should have rod 1 in that silt to the left. It might come into the picture in a minute as we go round. No, it's not, but I'm pretty sure I got rod 1 out. There we go. Yeah, still got rod 1 out. I hadn't had another fish at this point on rod 1. Rod 1 had been really, really quiet. We'd had the one trophy fish at the moment off rod 1, which was Galaxy, which was a stonker, and it looks like we've possibly got another stonker coming in now. We'll go and get a glimpse of it. Oh, look at this. I'm thinking I've caught the same fish at this point. Looks a cracker. So this one was caught fishing over weed. So it would have been a weed rig setup. And we'll see the boilie in a minute. It'll come up in the catch report in the bottom left hand corner. And I'm pretty sure it was a pop-up, but I'm not 100% sure. But we will see that in a minute. These are just the highlights, and I'm just speaking over a previous recording here. But it looks a good fish. I'm thinking this is a good fish. It's going in the bank. It's going in the reeds. It's trying to get away from you, Wobbles. Doesn't want to come in. And if you go to the beginning of the video, you'd see the line that I was using as I was setting up rod 1. I'm using that line on every single rod. I think it's 20 pound. Is it Corda subline? I'm not 100% sure, but you will see it at the beginning of the video. Previously, I've been using 30 pound line, and I was just experimenting with different lines. And I've had quite a bit of success with this line on this water, on this session. I was beginning to hit the trophy fish. Wasn't too sure how they programmed the game, whether the thicker line would possibly spook the fish and you get less bites. I'm not 100% sure. Don't know how the devs have programmed it. Only they know. So I thought I'm going to have a bit of an experiment with the line and just see. Just drop it down to £20. Try the £20 line. This is where we see what we got. Look at that! What a beaut. Get the camera out, take a picture. The angling album. Starburst! £54, 6 ounces. And we caught that from the Scent from Hell. And I believe that's a pop-up, chaps. So it would have been a pop-up rig. But check that in your in-game menu. Absolutely fantastic. So, now I'm baiting up. I've just chucked the rod pod out to throw some, to chuck some bait in over rods 2 and 3, which are straight in front of me, fishing approximately 70 to 80 yards out over weed again. Still got rod number 1 to the left when we have a bite. The alarms start playing musical tunes, bleep 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 bleep, and we're in again. Taking line slightly. Oh my god, the other alarm went off. Wouldn't it be funny if they played musical tunes? The Saints come marching in or something like that. You're never gonna know what's on rod number 2. I think that one gets away, but we will see. We get our first glimpse of the fish here. Another nice carp. There is some monster carp in this lake. The home of the monster carp. There's 1 or 2 pike in here as well. There's 1 or 2 northern pike in here. I have had them. I do find them quite difficult to catch because I don't think there's that many of them in this lake, but I have had a few northern pike out of this lake as well. You need a lot of patience to catch them. But persistence will pay off and you will catch a northern pike out of this lake. Is this one ready to come in? Rod number 2 is still going off. Rod number 1 has been very quiet. Only had the 1 trophy fish from rod number 1 at the moment. And Fishing Sim World, we have a big update coming, or should I say a update coming in October. So that, I don't know when they're going to release that. It should be soon. So that'll be interesting to see the differences in the game when the update is is out. We've lost rod number 2. There we go. I thought I did lose that fish on rod number 2. We will never know what that one was. Maybe that was a trophy fish. Who knows? There we go. What have we got? Get the camera ready. Look at that. What a beaut. We'll take a picture. Longfish sent from hell. That's what we caught him on. The scent from hell. 50 pounds, 8 ounces. We'll give him a kiss and we'll chuck him back in. What a session this turned out to be, chaps. These are just the highlights. So I'm going to cast this rod back out. Well, no, I'm going to get rod number 2. I got rod number 2 because we lost the fish on rod number 2, and I'm going to cast that back out 70 to 80 yards straight in front of me. That's where I was fishing. Over weed. You will see them hit now, and it will be weed. There we go. That's 69 yards approximately there. I think that one is. That will do. Rod number 3 will go out. I'm going to put it virtually near to it, pretty close. Approximately 70 to 80 yards out. That's where I've been having a lot of fish. There you go, 71 yards that one is. And I'm going to bait up. Rod number 1 is still out to the left, over that, on that silt. Probably opposite the stink peg, round about that area. And I'm going to pod up. Slap some bait out as best as I can, just in that general area. I do that to hopefully, maybe, possibly try and draw in the bigger fish, and hopefully the trophy fish. Just experimenting, seeing what works. So I don't draw it back straight away, because if ever you notice, oh look, boom, we're in straight away there. If ever you notice when you're podding up, it takes a little bit of time for the bait to come out the pod. We're in straight away. Rod number 3. So on this session I had on this lake this particular evening, rods 2 and 3, I was continuously casting out in the same area, 70 to 80 yards straight in front of me, keeping them reasonably close together and baiting that area, rod podding, and I was getting lots of fish, lots of carp, 50 pounds upwards, and producing also trophy fish. Rod 1, I decided to go to the left, which I don't know where that's, approximately 50 yards out, maybe somewhere around the stink peg. If you fish this lake you will know where that is, and I kept that over silt, and that also produced me, we've had 1 trophy fish from there I think so far in this video. I may have had more, but I keep the videos down to around about 20 minutes on YouTube. Future videos you may see me pulling fish off from there again, I don't know. We'll have to see in the sessions, and we're going to see what is it we got here. I think you'll be surprised at this one. I know what it is because I'm talking over the video. These are like I say, these are just the highlights. I know what this fish is. You guys don't yet know what this fish is. You're going to be surprised what comes out here. Look at that. It's a stonker. Let me know, guys, in the comments below, what is working for you. Are you finding any particular pattern? Is anything working better? Is there a better line to use? What's working for you, and then other people reading the comments, maybe, we can all learn and get the tips, all learn from one another, and catch a lot more trophy fish. Rod number 2 went off there. If you like the video, don't forget, guys, give me a thumbs up, because it does help on the whole YouTube system. Hashtag the small YouTubers. It does help. And it encourages me to actually put up the videos of the fishing sim world and other fishing games. Try to beat the haters. Let's try to beat the haters and have the thumbs up. Also, go check out my Discord, chaps. I've set up a Discord. It's a little bit of a forum at the moment. Post your pictures in the right category of some of your best catches if you want to, with a little bit of information, what lake, etc., and what game you actually caught that fish on in. Feel free to do that. That fish, I'm thinking, looking at that fish, it does look a stonker, and I'll tell you what, chaps, what an absolute session I had this evening. I don't know whether it's just all random and it's just luck. I don't know. This is ready to come in. Let's see what I got. Well, I know what I got. Here we go. Let's get the invisible net out. We need a net, Dovetail Games. We really do need a net in the game to make it more visually appealing. Look at that. Does that look familiar? Does that look familiar? Starburst. Yet again, we pulled Starburst out twice in one session. Would you believe that? Twice in one session. So here's the map. Coast Point, chaps. That's where I was fishing on Coast. Is it Coast Point? Coast Point here. And you can see the stink to the right. That's where I was casting that one over to the silt. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget leaving me a thumbs up. And we'll see you all again real soon.